Isn't this just reverse gripping the pommel? So, in a recent video of mine, I talked about a situation where we have come up on our opponent, right up against our opponent. Either, we're holding their sword off of us, but for whatever reason, this is not our best bet. Our opponent can very easily get to us before we can get our sword around them to get to them. This is not a good position to be trying to stab our opponent in. Now, I had a lot of people comment, and I do mean a lot of people comment, why don't we just hit them with the pommel of our sword? Now, while this is a good option, it's not necessarily lethal. Besides, if we're right here, we have to get up and around our opponent's sword without injuring ourselves in the process. Because again, their sword is right in front of us, and we could step back, but then we've lost a lot of our leverage. It is going to be much more difficult for us to keep their sword where we want it to be, and then not move it towards us and us fall off balance regardless. They are a resisting opponent. They're not a stationary object like this one is. They are going to be reacting to what we're doing. So we could punch them with the crossguard. That's an option. That's a very good option, because if we got a crossguard of a normal European sword into one of their eye sockets, that is going to be a fight ender for them. Probably anyway. Now, one thing that we could do in this situation is we could grapple their sword in our crossguard and come across and catch them. That's a good option. But again, for whatever reason, we can't just do that. Maybe there's a person standing right there. There's a person standing, and us whipping our sword around like this is going to be in the way. So instead, from our original solid position, we have a good control over their sword from here. We're simply going to turn our sword around and stab them from behind. This is the most lethal option. However, technically it's still not the best. The best thing that we could do in this position would just be to drop our sword and draw our dagger. But for whatever reason, we left this at a maiden's house. So we're stuck having to use our sword against a resisting, moving opponent, and coming around for the stab is by far the best option, in my opinion. There's a lot of things that we could do, but I will say one thing. Isn't this just reverse gripping the pommel? That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you around the guild.